by taking into account the feelings that travel evokes. Now people are willing to see the magic of a meal or a courtyard at the restaurant down the street or just a walk outside the city. Of course, then planning trips will become joyful again. Although some people are making the best of being grounded, this difficult period is reminding them that travel is important for boosting mental health, for personal growth, and of course for work. Travel improves empathy, energy, attention, and focus on that will happen, of course, again. How we see it, the future of traveling and commuting. Even in cases that when it is difficult or impossible to remove the cars from the picture entirely, there are ways to greener or to make it green our transportation infrastructure simultaneously, improve our health and quality of life. And then by means, we like to emphasize the ways to boost for electric vehicles, to boost or to improve for greener roads, more pedestrian streets, green infrastructure. Green infrastructure, we mean also how we build, how we create an area, how developed the city. Supporting bike communities in all means, eco-bus lanes, smart growth, building, energy saving when we think about of course construction. This was my presentation and facts, and I will finish by some conclusion and recommendations. We mentioned before that in fact we try to boost and to let's say choose electric cars over traditional one, but that means that electrification is an important part of the solution to the challenge of growing transportation sector emissions. Better city planning and building more livable urban communities could further reduce the transportation demand and thus slash emissions by providing access to alternative transport mode to private vehicles such as public transit, cycling, and walking. And this is in particular very important for Tirana and Albania in general. More stringent fuel efficiency standards. Again, also this is very important matter and issue in Albania. Public transport. Sorry, because I had a note popping up in my screen. So public transport can transport people much more efficiently than private vehicles. New mobility could promote the use of shared cars and bicycles while also integrating advance in electric vehicles. This is conclusion, or this is a part of the main conclusion that I suggested for this topic and for this issue. Regarding now to conclude, regarding now to our university can play a role in our area and with our students to improve such or even to start thinking how to improve our situation is, first of all, we have to reduce as much as possible the use of our private vehicles, try to walk more, especially in, we know that our country is mostly sunny, at least for 290, 280 days per year. So it's an easy way to go to school by bicycle or other way of transportation in order to reduce as much as possible the heavy traffics, commuting with vehicles that pollute. So this is, and we have to think, and we have in fact, I suggest to make an agenda how to improve such a situation starting from our university now on. And this is a consideration for the project team and our group further due. So this is my presentation, and I'll stop here to show the presentation in order to see any question that has arrived, or if any comment while I'm reading the questions that is arriving on Teams. Any question?
Genti, I think you have two questions in the chat.
Yes, I'm reading that meanwhile. So from George, question 1. What initiative and incentives can we have in place to ensure younger people change their attitudes towards travel? Of course, as we mentioned during the presentation, this is a very important topic. First of all, informing. This was also the way I saw this presentation, in order to inform people that in fact half of pollution that we are claiming or we are causing is coming from using private vehicles. And this is a huge, important point to start. So we have to use less and less our vehicles in order to have a sustainable and more healthier, greener sector, and of course climate at the end. So definitely options are present. We have to I'm happy that in fact in Tirana that has improved lately with bicycle lines in entire city. But the question is that we have to improve. We have to, in our university, we have to reduce the parking space for cars and increase the space for bicycle parkings and all other means. This is a start. Then, of course, some more agenda, making our campus greener is. I can have many ideas, but it's something that we have to commit as a management, as professors and students also at our university. It's a topic that we have to discuss it further together. Second questions. What changes we need to introduce at policy level so organizations like universities allow flexible work, remote work, and revise commuting requirements for employees? At our university, we have been very flexible regarding this because, of course, there is two sides while we are teaching, and we have, of course, under pressure from the students community in order to be more present at universities. On the other hand, professors can at least enjoy part-time using also Teams. We have been one of the first universities in Albania, at least, to be ready right away when pandemic hit it also our country, in order to come up directly live online without any technical problem, any delay. And this is good. And in fact, now we have to enjoy a bit our freedom and to be flexible on using both ways of teaching. Bearing in mind that in fact at least seminars should be as much as possible at the university as the classrooms, and lecturing also can be a combination of online and at the universities. This is my answer. Of course, anyone from our group can join or can give any other ideas. Katie, any additional information or anything, or our group of IT, or any question, any suggestion?
From our side, it's all clear. Thank you, Genti.
Welcome. So this is where was my presentation. Of course, to wrap up, there are different environment, different situation, different customs in different countries. As far as concern about Tirana and our university, I think we'll try to do our best in order to promote more greener way of commuting and traveling, a combination, as I mentioned, to reduce as much as possible traveling by vehicles or other ways that pollute, in order to give our contribution to such an important cause. And I think this agenda should be improved and should be more quantified in the coming months and years. Here is my conclusion. So I'm giving the floor to Katrina or anyone that needs to conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Genti. So this was the second presentation that our university held in the framework of this project funded by the British Council. Thank you, George, and all the team for inviting us at the university. As you claimed, George, this is a very good opportunity for our universities and our countries to join in such project which actually address very I would say a word picky issues that are currently going on in the whole world. So it's a very good way for us to share our thoughts and to discuss these joint concerns for the whole for the entire globe actually. So from our side there are no other questions. If no other question from the audience, we can conclude the session, hoping that the next activities of this project will be successful for our students and other stakeholders to participate. We can close the session now, as there are no other comments and questions. Genti, thank you very much. Thank you to all other participants.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.